Hey, look at this. I just got totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Vision Bank has free checking?
Totally free. And I got a free gift when I opened my account.
No monthly service charge.
No. Plus I have free bill pay, free online banking, and a free instant issue debit card.
And it's all free?
Yes. Plus they have 3 totally free account options and 2 of them pay interest.
And they have it right here at Vision Bank?
Yes, at all 8 Vision Bank locations.
So totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Now you've got it.
Get all the details and start saving today with totally free checking at Vision Bank, member FDIC.
Win the day! Go Wolves!
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
If I can find it. It was a good one, too.
What was the name of that Foreigner song we listened to on the way up here?
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. Which one? We only listened about 5. Nope, this one right here. Coming to you live from Tishomingo Indian Stadium. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson in the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Looking forward to another district game, last district game of the season. We know the Wolves are headed to the playoffs. This is going to be their last tune-up before the playoffs start next week.
Yep, looks like Wolves are going to end up in the third place in our district there behind Kingston and Lindsay.
So that will put the Wolves at the number 2 for District 7. I believe we're in District 8 this year. District number 2 in District 7 currently looks to be Millwood, so more than likely the Wolves will be on the road at Millwood for the first round of playoffs. The Wolves are now coming out. Captains for the Wolves are coming out right now. We've got Trey and Dane Parker, Cooper Webb,
and number 3, Cole
Martin. So curious to see this evening, Dustin, how much run Cole gets this evening. Last week, kind of got back, got a little action last week, returning punts. I kind of expect to see a little bit more this week. Maybe a little bit more at receiver. Did play some receiver last week as well.
Yeah, played some receiver and played a lot bit of defense.
So we got 3:45 to go before kickoff here.
Again, and we have to. I mean, it's just it's a credit to the Wolves coaching staff and a very good Davis Wolf alumnus, Dr. Brett Jameson. Can give him a shout out here and credit. You know, anytime the Davis players sustain a orthopedic type injury like that, Brett Jameson is always there to get them back on track. We appreciate you very much.
I know I saw Cole last week before the game. He looked, it was still a little gimpy moving around. This week, it looks a little bit kind of further along in his recovery because I did not see that this week. Moving pretty well out there.
Well, I tell you what, just to have the opportunity to get back out on the grass, and finish out your senior season
year, you bet.
Is huge. It's something he'll never forget.
So again, the captains for both sides now taking center field here. 2:44 to go before kickoff. Again, this game is coming to you live from Tishomingo, Oklahoma. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson and the whole Howell group bringing you tonight's broadcast. I know we were talking off air earlier, Dustin, and we should bring it up now. I know that Boyd Fulton, our statistician, he always provides some information during the playoffs itself. I think this year he's planning on doing it each day during the playoffs. If you are friends with Boyd, or if
you're talking about the trivia.
Trivia, you bet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you are a friend of Boyd, or if you want to be a friend of Boyd's, just friend him on Facebook. I know each day the Wolves are in the playoffs, he does a trivia question, and again, it's kind of a big deal to know that trivia, because if there's trivia out there about Davis, Boyd's the one that knows it.
Yeah,
so.
He's the one that did all the research and then provides that as entertainment for all the Wolf fans out there, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna link that to the Howell's webpage and everything.
Right. So
we appreciate that.
So a lot of military out there with the coin flip, big American flag hanging in the I guess that would be the west end zone. Again, celebrating Veterans Day this evening. A veteran out there to do the coin flip. We'll see who won the toss here. So we're waiting to see what the announcement was there. I did not hear. Did you hear what the announcement was there, Dustin, on the coin flip?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, well, we'll catch them as soon as they come out here. About 53 seconds before kick. So again, this one's about to get started. We've got the cheerleaders out on the field and the Spirit Squad ready to bring the football team out onto the field. The Wolves currently riding a 4-game winning streak, looking to add to that this evening. End up 5 wins in a row going into the playoffs. Again, after an 0-4 start, this has been quite the turnaround for the Wolves. And here are your Davis Wolves. So nice, cool, brisk evening tonight.
Yeah, it is dry and not much wind, so be thankful for that because it is pretty cold.
It is cool. When that sun went down, it got chilly. Good show by the visiting crowd this evening. Looks like quite a few Davis fans made the trek down here. The Wolves will kick off. They're going to be kicking from east to west. Parker to kick. So it looks like number 7, Max Justice, back to receive for the Indians.
All right, Davis Wolf fans, this is game 10, last one of the regular season. Let's root on our Wolves.
So Parker's kick is up. It's that short mid-range. It is not. It is fair caught. I thought there for a minute he didn't make a fair catch motion, but they're going to give him that spot. The ball's going to be. Looks like they're going to have 1st and 10 from about the 36-yard line. It'll be Tishomingo's first drive of the game, first possession. So Tishomingo is going to break the huddle. They've got two receivers to one side, single receiver to the opposite side. Quarterback's in the shotgun formation flanked by a running back. Shotgun snap goes back. They're going to put the ball in the air. It's downfield. It is an easy interception. Not a good throw. Intercepted that time by
Trey Parker.
That's Trey Parker, 20, and he's going to go quite a ways. That pass wasn't even close. I'll tell you what, it looked like it was intended for the Davis defense. And again, nice start for the defense. They're immediately getting the turnover, and after that, they get the ball down on that return.
He brought it back all the way to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, got all the way
31,
to
30-yard line.
30 or 31, right in that range. So it'll be 1st and 10 after the interception. So it looked like Tishomingo wanted to take a shot there, and they did. Unfortunately, it turned out to be the wrong play. So Dulaney under center. Full house wishbone lines up behind him. Handoff goes to the tailback this time, Parker. Parker, short gain that time for about 2 yards on that run. Looks like they're going to give him 3 yards, so the ball's going to be marked at what looks like about the
27.
27, 26, right in that range. So it looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Again, Dulaney back under center, full house behind him. Tomlinson in at tight end. Handoff goes to the other Parker this time.
Yep, Trey Parker following.
Trey gets outside there, able to pick up some good positive yardage.
Yeah, running behind Tyler Tomlinson and Cooper Webb, the fullback leading him through there.
Nothing tricky about that play, was there?
Nope.
Just went right at him. Yep. Said, hey, we're gonna run directly at you. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 1 yard. Ball's going to be marked at what looks like just outside the 20-yard line, so about the 21, maybe 22. We'll say 22. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. First time we see the flex bone this evening with Dulaney under center. Parker goes in motion. Handoff goes
Cooper
straight
Webb
to Cooper
right up the
Webb,
middle.
and I'll tell you what,
it's
going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
So, again, 22-yard touchdown run by Cooper Webb.
1 defensive play and 3 offensive. Is that right?
That's it. Yep, so far. So that Mac Traylor scoring recap, 4 plays, 31 yards, and again after the interception by Parker, I believe that was Trey Parker with the interception. So now Dane Parker to kick the extra point. Parker's kick is up.
And it is good.
So with 10:28 to go in the first quarter, the Wolves strike first on the 22-yard touchdown run by Cooper Webb. It is now 7-0.
Big play by your defense leads to points by your offense. That's the way you want to start this game.
Again, Mac Traylor scoring recap, 4 plays, 31 yards for the touchdown after the interception and interception return by Trey Parker.
Brad, we kind of got a late start. We didn't get to talk much about the Davis-Tishomingo series. This series started in 1924. They've played consecutively since 1990. Davis leads the series, 54 wins, 17 losses, and 2 ties.
So the Wolves back out to kick off. So again, Wolves didn't do anything tricky on that first series. They just said, hey, we're going to run the ball right at you and see if you can stop us, and Tishomingo was unable to do that, and the Wolves now lead 7-0. So Parker back to kick again from his own 40-yard line.
Tishomingo last beat Davis in 2005.
I believe that 2000, no, I was thinking the 2005 was the state runner-up year, but I believe that was actually 1998. So Parker's kicker is going to go up. It's fair caught this time at about the 34-yard line. So again, almost the exact
carbon
same
copy,
position.
yep.
So Tishomingo will take over again, 1st and 10 here. Ball's going to be spotted at, I'm going to say, the 33-yard line.
We talked about this series starting in 1924. Davis-Tishomingo, this will be the 74th time the two schools have met. That only trails the 89 meetings between Davis and Sulphur and the 79 between Davis and Wynnewood. So long-running history between these two towns.
Played many times. So Tishomingo lined up there. There's going to be jumped off sides by the offense. Ball's going to be moved back 5 yards. So again, Tishomingo a little out of sorts after that one-play interception. Ball's going to be brought back now to about the 29-yard line. So still 1st and 10 for the Indians, now at the 29, their own 29. Wolves currently leading 7-0 with 10:27 to go in the first quarter. Quarterback's in the shotgun formation. Bad snap. He's able to get the ball up and kind of just puts the ball up in the air, and that was not a good pass. Nice job by that quarterback of kind of getting the bad snap, but unable to kind of connect on that pass out to the wide receiver. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 29-yard line. So Tishomingo back in the shotgun formation, single receiver to one side. Handoff goes to the tailback, and the tailback goes in motion there, and there's just nothing going that time by him. Hit immediately by number 22 Parks, and then also Cooper Webb. It's going to be a loss on that play. Tell you what, that looks like a loss of about, I'm trying to, unfortunately their scoreboard doesn't really show where the ball is being spotted, so we're going to say that that's about
3rd
and 17 is what I would guess. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's going to put the ball up in the air. Nice pitch and catch that time, but again, not going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, that was a pretty good toss from right out, center, midfield on the field all the way out just to the sidelines.
Ball was thrown at the right time, caught him right out of his break. Nice pitch and catch.
Just
but again,
not enough
short.
yardage. Yeah.
On 3rd and 17, you got to have the perfect play to pick it up. And again, that was a pickup of about 13 yards, but still not enough. So it's going to bring up 4th and 5, and it looks like the Wolves are going to take over.
Number 3, Cole Martin, back to return this punt.
This is going to be a returnable kick. It takes a roll. Cole fields the ball. makes the first guy miss. Has got some guys kind of waiting on him there, just unable to really get going after that makes the initial defender miss.
Yeah, ball took kind of an odd bounce. It was going one direction, and then Cole had to stop and come back the other way. I tell you what, pretty good job by Cole Martin there picking up that ball and getting what he could get. And I know that young man's just looking for action anywhere he can get it.
So Davis now 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. This will be Davis's second possession after the touchdown on the first possession.
I see Coach Parker and Cole on the sidelines having a couple of words there. Wasn't anything. Looked like they were both smiling. Coach Parker sounded like, I know you're wanting to get your hands on the football, but, hey, protect yourself, son.
So this time on the quarterback keep, Dulaney runs a little bit of an option play, comes out of the shotgun formation, has Parks running with him, keeps the ball himself, picks up good yardage on first down. It's going to bring up a 2nd and about 5. Ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Dulaney back in that shotgun formation, now the flex bone. Parker goes into motion, handoff goes to Parks up the middle. Parks, again, they attempt to strip the ball here. Good, picks up a couple, but that's not going to be enough for the first down.
Yeah, to bring up about 3rd and 1 there.
So ball's going to be spotted at, it looks like the 38-yard line. So I'd guess it's going to be, it looks like a 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
So Webb coming back in the game, and I've got a good feeling I know who's going to get the ball here. Tishomingo's got some good-looking kids up front. 74, 77, both some good size, large young men. We're going to see how they hold up because I've got a feeling they're going to get a big dose of Cooper Webb right here. Everybody at the line of the scrimmage. And again, he does get the ball. He looks like he's going to fight forward through about 4 different guys there. Again, nice run by Webb to pick up the first down.
Yep, looked like we had about 8 Tishomingo Indians trying to get him down there at the end.
Well, they had all 11 in the box. They knew where the ball was going to go, and they still weren't able to stop it.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you can give it, directly to Cooper. The quarterback can pull and go around the end, or, quarterback can even follow him through the hole. So again, Davis has several options.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolves, now at their own 43-yard line, currently leading 7-0 with 7:30 to go in the first quarter. Diego Moore runs the play in. He splits out wide at receiver. Dulaney is going to be in the shotgun formation, flex bone. This time he is looking to throw the ball. Got a guy open, couldn't get the ball away, and again, ball rolls out of bounds. Again, they stripped Dulaney there. Dulaney had Diego Moore running on that seam route down the field. He was open. He just didn't have time to get rid of the ball. And he is brought down, and the ball comes loose as Dulaney is being tackled, and it rolls out of bounds. The Wolves are lucky to get that back. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
I thought Dulaney did a pretty good job initially kind of avoiding the rush, kind of pump faked and got some guys off their feet.
Sure he did.
Then it still kept his eyes downfield, and again, just as he was being tackled there close to the sidelines, the ball kind of rolled out of bounds.
So Martin split wide here at receiver. Dulaney again, the shotgun formation. This time the handoff goes to Cooper Webb. He makes the first man miss. He's got two other individuals that are able to bring him down for a tackle, but not before another nice gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3. Ball's going to be spotted at the 49-yard line. I guess they're going to spot it 3rd and 4. So again, 3rd and 4 for the Wolves. Ball about mid-court. 6:45 to go in the first quarter. The Wolves currently leading 7-0. So I kind of expect to see like a quarterback follow play or maybe a straight option on the edge. We'll see what we get here. Dulaney at the shotgun formation. Parker goes in motion. This time there is the option out on the edge, and Parker that time gets the first down and more.
Yeah, good job by Dulaney carrying out the fake and then making the pitch at the right time, and good blocking downfield by the Wolves wide receivers. Gave Parker a lot of room to rumble over there.
So Parker brings the ball all the way down to around the 30-yard line. So again, nice run. Looks like it's going to be spotted about the 31. But again,
that was good
they
execution.
kind of bid on that the Cooper Webb fullback handoff. Then the quarterback kept the ball, got out on the edge, made the defensive end commit, and then got the pitch out. And again, couldn't have been ran any better.
That's Davis Wolf option football right there. I mean, it's 10th week of the season. You need to be doing that at a high level.
Very decisive by Dulaney as well, which is what we like to see. So Dulaney back in the shotgun formation. Parker goes in motion. This time the handoff does go to Cooper Webb. And again, that outside option, that kind of set this play up. Because again, the exact same formation, the same look. This time the handoff goes to the fullback. Webb picks up it looks like about 6 yards on that first down run. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Ball's going to be spotted at about the
25.
Yeah, 25, I would say. Nice drive so far by the Wolves. Very methodical. So man splits wide at receiver. Dulaney still in the shotgun formation in that flex bone look. Cooper Webb, the single back behind him. This time, again, the option goes out to 8, Lathan Dickinson. This time played much better by the defense, and it's going to be brought down for no gain or a loss on that
I think
play.
that's number 9, Tucker Miller. 8 is in the ball game, but I think 9 was the ball carrier there.
Yeah, it looks like Miller is trying to pull some grass out of his helmet. So I believe you are correct. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. So the ball is still at about the 25-yard line. This will be the 10th play of the drive for the Wolves. Again, 4:20 to go in the first quarter. 7-0, Wolves currently leading but driving.
Drew Parks in at fullback, and then Lathan Dickinson and Miller at the wings.
So Dickinson in motion this time. Handoff goes to Parks up the middle. And again, good run by Parks here. I think he is going to be short. But let's see where they spot it. Because, again, a pickup of, I would think, about 3. So I think he's going to be about a yard short, or he's right at the stick. So it looks like they're going to mark it 1 yard short. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 1. Ball at the, what looks like to be about the 21-yard line. They've got to get to the 20 for a first down.
Are they going to jump off sides, or are we just going to get it?
So Dulaney under center. And again, let's see what we got here. So Tishomingo calls timeout before that play could be ran. Again, it looked like we did pick it up, but the timeout was called before.
Yeah, we went quick count, quarterback sneak. So that's even a little bit different change up of what's going on.
So with that timeout, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Howl broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We'll be back. So we are back. 3:26 to go in the first quarter. The Wolves currently leading 7-0, facing a big 4th and 1 at the Tishomingo 21-yard line. So 4th and 1. Again, the Wolves went a second ago and looked to pick up the first down, but the timeout was called before, so we're going to run it again. This time the handoff is going to go to Parks. Actually, it's going to be kept.
Yeah.
Fake goes to Parks, and Dulaney falls behind him, picks up that first down. So, again, the Wolves back now within the PT Central red zone. Ball's going to be marked at around the, I want to say, the 15-yard line.
Give
nice
credit to
pick
that
up
Wolves
about
offensive
6.
line there. Yeah, Justin Ross, Levi Baxter, I think Isaiah Escobel, Gavin Moore.
So here we go. Dulaney back under center, flexbone formation. Parker and Parker as your 2 slot backs, and the handoff this time goes to Parker. He's got a little room to run. That was Trey Parker on that run. So it looks like they're going to spot him down at around the 7-yard line. So again, the Wolves still in that PT Central red zone, looking to build on their 7-0 lead. Good job this time of the Wolves really controlling the whole first quarter here. Tishomingo has only had the ball for 4 plays in the entire first quarter. Dulaney this time is going to follow behind the tailback. He's going to get down close to the end zone. I don't think he's going to get in. They do pick up a first down, though, and they could pick up a first down prior to scoring.
Be close to the, just
like
inside the 4-yard line.
5, somewhere right in that range. So,
well, I tell you what, you get a lot of looks out of Davis. They'll be in that pistol flex bone. They can be in under center with the flex bone, and then again everything with the full house wishbone backfield.
And we talked about the Wolves really controlling the clock here in the first quarter. This second drive, again, the first drive resulted in a quick 31-yard drive and touchdown. This one's been a much more methodical drive as the Wolves are on their 14th play now of this drive. Dulaney, this time, handoff goes to Parker, and again, he's going to be stopped short, drop for a loss on that play. But again, this is going to be the 14th play. That was the 14th play, so we're about to be in the 15th play.
Under a minute here to go in the first quarter.
And I see Cooper Webb going in. The ball is going to be at about the 4-yard line, 5-yard line. I've got a feeling who's about to get the ball.
Yeah, we've got a whole complement of running backs. We've got both Parkers and Cooper Webb, and then you've got Drew Parks.
You got a whole different group.
With Dickinson and Miller.
So a full house wishbone behind Dulaney here. Dulaney this time is going to hand off to Parker. This time it was, I believe that was Trey Parker. He was being, had both Cooper Webb and Dane Parker lead blocking in front. Ball's going to be brought down at about the 1-foot line is what it looks like. It's going to be at the 1. So again, 13 seconds to go. Let's see if we get it off before the end of the first quarter here. And it does not. We've got 6, 5, so it does not look like we're going to get this one off. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Wolves at the Tishomingo 1-yard line, currently leading 7-0. We'll take a real quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Hey, look at this. I just got totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Vision Bank has free checking?
Totally free. And I got a free gift when I opened my account.
No monthly service charge.
No. Plus I have free bill pay, free online banking, and a free instant issue debit card.
And it's all free?
Yes. Plus they have 3 totally free account options, and 2 of them pay interest.
And they have it right here at Vision Bank?
Yes, at all 8 Vision Bank locations.
So totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Now you've got it.
Get all the details and start saving today with totally free checking at Vision Bank, member FDIC.
Win the day! Go Wolves!
So we are back. The Wolves, start of the second quarter. Wolves currently leading 7-0, and they are at the Tishomingo 1-yard line.
Big bad Wolves are knocking on the door.
They are looking to build on that 7-0 lead. Waiting for the resumption of play here. Looks like Tishomingo is announcing their 2019 softball state championship right now, so maybe just a few minutes.
You see? Gonna have to zoom in. There you go.
So we're trying to get a couple different camera angles here. It's really hard in the area we're trying to film from here, so you'll have to bear with us here so we can get you the full field. Again, start of the second quarter. Wolves currently leading 7-0 with the ball at the 1-yard line.
unplug it. It's fine. It's in the way.
So here we go. Dulaney under center. Full House Wishbones lined up behind him. Dulaney's handoff goes to Parker. Parker's going to he's going to fight his way in, but there is a flag thrown right at the line of scrimmage, so it looks like we're going to get a hold here. Actually, we're going to get a chop block. Chop block. Let's see. There is a chop block. I believe that was a chop block on the defense. I don't see what they call here. Chop block defense, and again, I don't know. That was a score. I don't know how they're. Okay, there it is. Now they did call the touchdown. I was wondering what the heck they were going to call there. I don't know how you could have anything but the touchdown on that.
With
so
a defensive penalty of any kind, yeah.
So 11:55 to go. Again, that was a 15-play drive for the Wolves. Almost the entire first quarter there. Results in the touchdown, and with 11:55 to go, it's now 13-0 with the extra point attempt coming up. So Parker to kick the extra point. Snap is back. The kick is up.
Nice.
Kick looks like it's straight down the middle, so it's going to be 14-0 with 11:55 to go in the second quarter. Wolves currently build on their first quarter lead. So first quarter dominated by the Wolves. They're looking to do an add-on to that, and they take the first play of the second quarter and punch it in as well. After the penalty, it's going to set them up. It should set up, depending on where this goes, but it should set up fairly poor field position for the Indians. Let's see where this penalty's marked. So I thought the Wolves accepted that penalty. If so, it looks like they're still kicking from the original placement here. So maybe that penalty was declined.
No, you got to scoot them back.
No, there we go. Now we're going to move them forward. I was going to say I thought they were going to mark it on the kickoff. So the Wolves are going to kick from the Tishomingo side of the field. So they're going to kick from the Tishomingo 45-yard line. So, even that deep directional kick will almost be, 10-yard line or so. So they got to be careful where they kick this one just so they don't put it through the back of the end zone. So this will be Tishomingo's third possession of the ball game. First possession was an interception. Second possession was a 3-and-out. So here we go. The Wolves to kick off from the Tishomingo 45-yard line. Deep kick. We got a penalty flag on that kick. They're gonna say they're gonna say that it was offsides by the kicking team there. Got passed before the ball was put up in the air, so it's gonna get moved back. False start. So instead of from the 45, now we're gonna be kicking from the 50. The 11:55 to go in the second quarter. Wolves currently leading 14-0. So Parker will kick off now from the 50-yard line. Parker's kick is up. It's going to roll out of bounds at around what looks like about the 25-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Tishomingo now at their own 25. Tishomingo's third possession of the first half. Tishomingo this time is going to line up with trips formation, or it looks like they're going to move one guy. They're going to have a
They must
it's going to be a false start, or it's going to be
maybe 12 men on the
12 men on the
field.
field. Let's see what we got here. And that is what it is. Oh, they call a timeout before anything can be called. So with that timeout, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the HAL broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. We'll be back.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
So Tishomingo facing a 1st and 10 here from their own 25-yard line. Handoff goes to number 20, the tailback. Nice first down run that time. Picks up a couple.
Stopped by number 31, McGahey there, playing left corner for the Wolves, along with a little bit of help. 59, Tanner Claxton in on the tackle as well.
Going to be a pickup of 3 on that first down run. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 now. Ball at about their own 27-yard line. Again, three receivers to one side. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Single back lines up next to him. Handoff goes to that single back. Good job that time of making a shoestring tackle by number 59, Tanner Claxton.
Yeah, again, it was clogged up in the middle. I don't know if that was Cooper Webb or Justin Ross, any of those down linemen. Parker Moore, or excuse me, Gavin Moore. And there was Claxton, man, just to clean it up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if Claxton wouldn't have made that tackle, there was some room to run. So good job by him kind of getting that shoestring tackle and bringing the guy down.
Yeah, I bet your backside linebacker filling a hole there.
So no gain on that play. Bring up, okay, this time, that time again, it was another pass attempt. I'll tell you what, his receiver never turned and looked for the ball. The defensive back made a play on it, and it looked like he was the intended receiver. It went through his hands, unable to come up with that catch, but again, played very well, and that's going to bring up 4th down for the Indians.
The quarterback looks like he's got quite a bit of an arm. It just they've got to get on the same page. The quarterback receiver just definitely had some mixed signals there.
That receiver never turned. He was still running his route, never turned to look for the ball.
Block somebody.
Here is the punt. Nice punt.
Getting somebody's way.
Cole Martin, fair catch there at about the 38-yard line. So the Wolves will take over. 3rd possession. First 2 both resulted in a touchdown. That 2nd possession, a long 15-play drive, ate up almost the entire first quarter. So now we're 10:32 to go in the second quarter. Wolves currently leading 14-0. I'm going to say that ball is going to be marked closer to the 39-yard line, almost at the 40. So Dulaney again in that shotgun formation. They've really featured that this game. Drops back to pass out of
Big
it.
play, McGahey. Go get the football. Good job.
McGahey makes a play on the ball, and he makes it.
Is going to score.
He's going to score the touchdown.
Lives up to his nickname there. We've kind of tagged with him. Colin Delaney, too, didn't hesitate.
Yep. So, 61-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Dulaney to McGahey, and the Wolves now lead 21-0 with 10:22 to go.
McGahe's just getting really good at adjusting to the football. We've seen that on more than one occasion.
He does a good job fighting for the ball every time downfield. And again, does a real good job adjusting through the ball when it's in the air, fights his defender off, does it legally, not pushing off or anything like that, just kind of gets enough space to make the catch. And when he makes the catch, he does a really good job of kind of finishing the play, getting into the end zone, fighting that defensive back off.
Not being satisfied with just making the catch, turn it into something special, extra effort.
So 21-0 now, 10:22 to go in the second quarter. Wolves look to kick off. This will be Tishomingo's fourth possession of the game. So deep kick is going to be fielded. Does not fair catch it. It's going to be a short game, maybe about 2 yards on that return before being pushed out of bounds by the Wolves defense.
Look like, Drew Parks, Ty Burks, a couple of guys in on that play.
Tishomingo is going to take over, and they're going to spot the ball. See where they're going to spot it. It looks like they're going to spot it about the 25-yard line. Tishomingo's own 25. Again, Tishomingo looking for their first down of the game. So double tight look this time by Tishomingo. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback kind of runs forward there, gets tackled almost immediately. This time it was number 59, Tanner Claxton, on that play. Also number 71, which I believe is Wyatt Fisher.
Yeah, Levi Baxter as well from the backside. Tishomingo tried to pull both a guard and tackle, a GT pull, and come back this way with a little trap play, and he just got in the hip pocket and made the play before it could turn upfield.
That's the luxurious locks of Levi Baxter. So here we go. Quarterback this time is going to line up, again, shotgun formation. This time quarterback is going to keep. He's going to try and get the ball outside. Defense is just going to kind of run him out of bounds there.
Didn't get much. Going to still bring up third.
It's going to bring, the ball's going to be spotted at about the 29-yard line. So it's going to bring up.
Yeah, he may have lost yardage on that play.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to mark it 3rd and 4, I believe. Actually, they're going to say he lost yardage. You are right. They're going to mark it 3rd and 7. So handoff goes to the actually quarterback kept that time. He fooled me. I believe that was let's see who that was. That was Claxton again in on the play. Good job by that young man. He's having a heck of a game so far again.
Yep, reading his just dominating at this point. I mean, Tishomingo's got, like we've talked about, got some good-looking athletes. Or just the Wolves' defense is smothering everything they've tried to do so far. That and Tishomingo, a little bit of lack of execution in the passing game.
Sure. Tishomingo is wanting to put the ball in the air. Obviously, they've tried to go downfield several times on this Wolves defense. But, the defensive backfield for the Wolves has really become a strength as this season has progressed. So Dulaney again in the shotgun formation, flex bone. This time handoff goes to Cooper Webb. Webb does a nice job on first down of picking up about 8 yards. Again, just straight dive play there. Webb kind of drug a couple of defenders with him. I guess it wasn't quite 8. Looks like they're going to mark it at about 7. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Ball at about the 34-yard line. 8:15 to go. Wolves leading. 8:15 to go in the first half. Wolves leading 21-0. So Dulaney again in the shotgun formation. Single back lines behind him. That was number 5 on that carry. Jake Britt. Britt getting some good moments or good playing time this evening. He picks up a couple yards, and then that's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 now. Ball at the 36-yard line. So flexbone formation, Dulaney back in shotgun with Cooper Webb lined up behind him. Britt goes in motion. They fake the quick pitch, and then they look to throw the ball downfield. Pass is intended for Cole Martin. It's incomplete.
Just a little bit high.
So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 38-yard line. Nice play that time. There was a lot going on with that, with Britt going into motion. Looked like it needed a little bit more spacing between the receiver and the tailback, but again, not a bad-looking play.
Yeah, fake the quick pitch and then try to come back to the curl route on the sideline.
I like the motion. It kind of took your eyes away from where we were attempting to go with the ball. So, again, 2 receiver set, Diego Moore and Mann at receiver.
Pistol.
This is kind of a
You're
different look.
all right.
This time we had 2 guys go in motion.
As long as you're not under center, I think you're okay.
So Dulaney is in the shotgun formation. Dulaney that time straight handoff to the fullback, Cooper Webb. Webb picks up about 6 yards on that carry. Maybe not that much. Maybe that's 5 yards. So we're going to say it's going to be about 3rd and 5. The ball's going to be spotted at about what looks like about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
Again, Delaney started out under center and then backed up into that pistol formation. So again, just another look to the fullback dive.
Dulaney under center this time. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to follow himself. He's going to pick up positive yardage, but it is going to be short of the first down. And again, with 5:52 to go before halftime, it's going to bring up a 4th and about 3 yards.
Be the first punt for Davis in the ball game.
So the ball's going to be spotted at what looks like about the 47-yard line. So Tishomingo's defense does hold here. And they'll get the ball back here with about 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Parker that time's kick goes out of bounds. After the short kick, Tishomingo will take over. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 43-yard line. Again, Tishomingo still looking for their first down of the game. This is going to be their 5th offensive possession. So Davis's defense has done a good job here in the first half. So Tishomingo this time with 3 receivers to one side, a trips look, kind of a pistol look where the running back is behind or to the side of the quarterback. And I'll tell you what, that running back, he took a pounding there, didn't he? He got killed.
Yep, had Justin Ross hanging on from behind, had Drew Parks right in his face.
And then also had Cooper Webb in there, so all 3 of those young men. It's going to be a loss on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11 now from the 44-yard line. 42-yard line, I guess. Again, that clock continues to tick. 4:53 to go before halftime. Bring up 2nd and 11. So quarterback is going to designate quarterback keeper here. Tries to get the ball outside. Now I'll tell you what, he took a heck of a hit. And at the end of it here, we've got a couple flags that came down. So we'll see what the flags are for. But he definitely got hit there, and it looks like they're going to call it on them.
Holding.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that quarterback got smoked.
I mean, that was 1-2. I started to say 1-2 punch, but it was like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who was the person that hit him? Is what I really couldn't.
No, I don't know. He was wearing a red hat. That's all I know.
He definitely had that on.
Or they had a red hat on in that situation. Gang tackling. I was watching Cooper Webb. He was fighting through a couple of blocks, so I know he didn't quite get there that time, but he was occupying a lot of attention from the Tishomingo offensive line.
So 3rd and 11 now.
Wolves are coming on a blitz.
Tishomingo looks to roll out again. There's a little bit of a lane here. Nice job that time by the defense. That was Tanner Claxton.
Again, Tanner Claxton.
It looked like he had a little bit of a lane there. Picks up about 5 yards, but he's going to be about 4 yards. He's going to be about 6 yards short on that 3rd down play. Ball is going to be spotted at about the 48-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, against these types of offenses with run-pass options, quarterback keeps, jet sweeps, your linebackers these days have got to be able to move, run from sidelines to sidelines, and be able to stick the head up in the hole when they need to. And Davis has got a couple of good ones out there right now.
It does look like they are going to go for it on 4th and 5, and they did put the ball in the air. The ball is overthrown, and he had a man wide open there. So the Wolves are going to take over on downs at about midfield. Kind of a questionable call right there. Again, I know you've got to see what you can get done with about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, but I don't know that I'd want to give up a short field with enough time to still punch one in.
Yeah, the receiver was, he was open. Had first down yardage and was waiting for the football. The quarterback just rushed it a little bit and missed his target.
So Davis will take over on the Tishomingo 49-yard line. Again, 3:30 to go before halftime. The Wolves currently leading 21-0. So Dulaney in shotgun formation, flex bone, looks to throw the ball, throws the ball out of the backfield to the tailback. Tailback trying to make something happen. And again, did a whole lot of running to probably not pick up a whole lot on that. It looks like it's going to be no gain. But again, nice pass. Nice job by Parker catching that ball and just seeing what he could do.
Again, a little bit different look with a little bit of a bubble, kind of a
he threw it over the defender's head.
Yeah, wing back just in the flat there a little bit.
So it's going to be actually it's going to be a loss of 1. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The ball's going to be spotted at the 50-yard line now. Again, tried to get his man out in space, see what he could do. Just unable to pick up a lot there. So Dulaney back in the shotgun formation. Parker goes in motion. Quarterback looks to run the option on the edge. Does pitch out goes out to Parker, and Parker's brought down again about at the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1.
Yep, just needed 1 block there. They'll look at that on film and say, hey, come on, brother, help me out here.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 from the Tishomingo 48-yard line. Again, 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go before halftime. It's been all Wolves in the first half, 21-0.
3rd down and 10 from midfield here with just about 2 minutes to go before half.
So again, Parker goes in motion, fake the motion, and again, he is Dulaney was looking to go to the backside, just had no time to get that ball off. Again, not blocked very well up front, and it might have been because it looked like they were trying to run a bubble screen underneath.
Yeah, and Tishomingo was bringing blitz from just every direction, so Wolves will punt for the 2nd time tonight right here at midfield. I'd like to see us get a good punt off here.
So again, 1:52 to go before halftime. We've got a flag down. The punt ball is going to roll down to about the 10, maybe the 8-yard line.
10,
that's a nice punt. Let's see what the penalty is. So penalty is a false start against the Wolves.
We'll get to try it again.
Yeah, it's going to be a repeat of after the 5-yard penalty, so we will punt the ball again. Again, getting the ball to roll down and stop at about the 8-9-yard line. I don't know if you can get any better than that, but we're about to see where we put the ball now. Going to be punting from about the, looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 47-yard line. Punt returner for Tishomingo is going to line up at about the 20.
I think Tishomingo may have 12 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't know.
So here we go. Another nice roll that time. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 16-yard line this time. There is another flag down. I think this one, 2 flags now. I think this one is going to be, I think it's going to be against the Wolves. We're going to see what we get here. Again, 1:35 to go in the first half. Wolves currently leading 21-0. So we've got a chop block against the Wolves.
Or personal foul. Just personal foul.
I'm sorry. So again, personal foul against the Wolves. It looks like we're gonna get a kick this again. So let's try this for a third time. After the 15-yard penalty, the Wolves now looking to punt. They're going to be punting from their own about 30-yard line. So that's going to repeat fourth down. Again, 1:35 to go before halftime. So Parker back to kick. Rugby-style kick. Nice kick that time. It's going to roll out of bounds this time.
Right
the
at
ball's
35.
35, so it'll be Tishomingo ball at the 35-yard line. This will be Tishomingo's 6th possession of the first half. Again, still looking for their first down of the ball game. So it's been all Davis defense kind of dominating early on. Let's see if that can continue. We've got a timeout by the Wolves, and with that, we will also take a timeout. You're listening to the Howes broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
So 1:32 to go. Tishomingo will take 1:32 to go in the first half. Tishomingo will take over at their own 35-yard line, currently trailing the Wolves 21-0. Been all Wolves in the first half. That Davis defense, again, so far, this is their 6th possession. Still looking, Tishomingo still looking for their first down of the game. So 3 receivers to one side, single receiver to the other. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback's got a little room to run. He's going to pick up a first down and some on this carry.
Yep, there's the first down.
There it is. So from their own 35, they get down all the way to the Wolves' 42, 43-yard line. And I will say this, I did see their kicker early in the game. He was hitting some pretty good-sized field goal, so I do see them getting in position. Well, I say that, and just on cue, we sacked the quarterback for about a 10-yard loss.
Yep.
Brings them all the way back to the 50-yard line now.
50 Justin Ross and 40 Cooper Webb met, and that makes, about 90% of Davis Wolves right there on the quarterback. Yep.
So that clock is continuing to tick. Again, I knew they could potentially kick a field goal if they could pick up about 25, 30 yards. And, again, they go the other direction on first down. Now 44 seconds ago in the before halftime. Bad snap this time. Quarterback is going to get hit again, and I'll tell you what, he had no chance there. Bad snap. The ball was on the ground. He picks it up, but Ty Burks, Parker, and then also Cooper Webb all in there to immediately stop him for another loss. And again, after a very promising start after that first down, now they went all the way back to their own, what looks like about 43-yard line.
Inside 10 seconds here. See if they can get off one more play.
So this looks like it will be the last play of the first half.
Tough Hammonds comes on a safety blitz and is going to make the play.
Nice play that time by Hammonds. Again, a short gain, and that's going to bring us to halftime with the Wolves currently leading 21-0. It's been all Wolves defense here in the first half.
All right, Brad. Wolves leading comfortably here, 3-touchdown lead at Tishomingo. 10th game of the season. You know, I think the second half we'll be able to look forward to talking about playoffs, maybe getting into some playoff trivia. So everybody kind of put your thinking caps on out there. And
that's right. It's almost trivia time for us, isn't it?
Yep, we're going to do some of that second half, and maybe more than one. Again, we want to let you know to link to the Hal Media page, the Davis Wolves page, and you can get included on lots more Davis Wolves trivia this week coming up before the first round of the playoffs. Again, looks like we're going to be, each day. Looks like we're going to be, you know, traveling to Millwood. You know, a familiar foe. We've played them several times. I don't know if we've ever played them at Millwood.
I don't know that either, but we're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah, Boyd, if you're out there listening, maybe get that to me. So enjoy halftime. We're going to take a break here. You're listening and watching Davis Wolves football on the Hal Media production of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Dustin Johnson and Brad Bentley.
We'll be back after halftime.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
Hey, look at this. I just got totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Vision Bank has free checking?
Totally free. And I got a free gift when I opened my account.
No monthly service charge.
No. Plus I have free bill pay, free online banking, and a free instant issue debit card.
And it's all free?
Yes. Plus they have 3 totally free account options and 2 of them pay interest.
And they have it right here at Vision Bank?
Yes, at all 8 Vision Bank locations.
So totally free checking at Vision Bank.
Now you've got it.
Get all the details and start saving today with totally free checking at Vision Bank, member FDIC.
Win the day! Go Wolves!
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits. For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
We are back. Start of the second half. The Wolves currently leading 21-0, and they will receive this second half kickoff. Dustin still enjoying some halftime tacos, if I'm not mistaken there, right?
Yeah, I did. I got they had barbecue sandwiches and 3 tacos for $5. And,
nice.
I actually got to see somebody I graduated high school with. I hadn't seen in a long time, Tony Hollowell. They think they were repping some funds for state champion softball ratings, I believe.
Cool. So they brought some people in from the nursing homes, what you're saying. Just kidding.
Now, it's been a while.
Yeah. Old man joke. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. So the Wolves will receive this second half kickoff, currently leading 21-0. Back deep for the Wolves, it looks like is going to be number 31, Colton McGahey. So a little bit different setup back deep now. 2 up men, it looks like. That is Dickinson, I believe, at 8, and then opposite him, I believe that's Mann. Short kick.
Drew Parks up back, and they just kick it out of bounds.
So the Wolves are going to take over. So the Wolves are going to have 1st and 10 at about the 32-yard line. So Dustin, we're getting close to trivia time. Do we have any trivia questions we want to roll out there?
Oh, I'm sure we've got something.
I tried to roll out a Dustin Johnson trivia question earlier, and that one got nixed. So we're going back to the well on this one. So Dulaney's handoff this time goes to Cooper Webb, picks up a good yardage on 1st down. The ball's going to be spotted at about the 37, 38-yard line, actually about 38. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4, or as the scoreboard says, 24. So Dulaney in the shotgun formation. He's going to keep. He gets an edge. He's got a 1st down and some. He's got a lane. He's at the
Good
40,
block.
30, 20. See if he can get in. 10. Oh, I wish he kind of slowed down there. And again, he gets forced out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Nice run, though, from their own 38-yard line all the way down to the 5.
I want to mention, I hope you guys got to see that Justin Ross, the center, after making his initial block on the play, got to curl back and kind of spring Delaney down the sidelines there. Him and Dane Parker, I believe.
So the Wolves are going to be spotted, and it looks like the ball's going to be spotted at, looks like they're going to spot it at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be within the PT Central red zone, 1st and 10. Again, 10:36 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Parker in motion, handoff goes to Parker, and he's going to fight forward. He's going to get close to the stick, but does not able to punch it in there. It's going to be short. So it looks like the ball is going to be spotted just outside the goal line, about I would say around the 3-yard line. So again, in that PT Central red zone. So handoff goes directly to Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb is in for the 3-yard touchdown. Wolves build on their lead. So 9:41 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Parker to kick the extra point. So the kick is up, and the kick is dead center down the middle. It's good. It is now 20. Well, I had it. It looks like it's going to be 28-0. So 28-0, the Wolves currently lead, 9:41 to go. The Mack Trailer scoring recap, again, 68 yards and 5 plays for the for the touchdown. Big play there. Dulaney's run from their own 38-yard line all the way down to the 6.
Brad, I will give you a little bit of Davis. Boyd gave us this playoff preview here with a lot of stuff. First thing on the list, pretty significant. Davis has the second most all-time playoff wins, period. All classes.
Awesome. All classes, yep.
Period. Second most all-time playoff wins, your Davis Wolves. You know, there's some pretty big names on that list too. Ada, Thomas, Jinx,
well,
Morrison.
I was going to say we could use who the top 10 were, but let's rethink that one.
Tulsa Union, Ringling is in that group, and of course Davis still holds the state playoff record for consecutive state playoff seasons at 34. 34 seasons in a row, Davis was in the playoffs.
So Parker to kick off. Kick is up. It's going to be fielded at about the 30-yard line. It is a live ball. I'll tell you what, Tishomingo is lucky to recover that. They kind of it was pretty indecisive who was going to come up and make a play on that ball, and it looked like Davis was going to end up with it, but Tishomingo does recover.
And that's kind of what that, high, short kick produces. It either produces a fair catch, somebody trying to fair catch it, bobble a fumble, and or it kind of falls in that no man's land.
So Tishomingo will take over at their own 30-yard line, trailing 28-0 with 9:31 to go in the third quarter. Handoff goes to the tailback this time, and I'll tell you what, just nothing there. Played very well by the defense. I saw Parks come up like a missile on that play.
Yeah, Parks, Claxton. A lot of red hats flying to the football.
So give us some more playoff information, Dustin.
Okay, well, Davis will be making their 48th appearance in the Oklahoma State playoffs. We're one of only 42 schools that have made at least one appearance in each decade of the Oklahoma State playoffs. We talked about Davis's state record for consecutive playoff seasons. Some big names in that list as well. Thomas, Cassia Hall, Seminole, Jinx, Tulsa Union, Tuttle. Washington's in that category as well. Clinton, Midwest City.
So short completion that time for Tishomingo is going to bring up third and about 8. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line. Back to pass, and that is directly to the defender that time. McGahey with the interception. He's got some room to run. This is going to be a pick 6.
Oh, we got a flag.
Is that
going to be a Davis?
Let's see who they called it on. I really didn't see anybody in the area where they threw that, but again, we may have been our eyes may have been downfield on McGahey after that interception. The interception is going to be good one way or the other. They did call the penalty on Davis, but did they call it after the touchdown? Because they called the touchdown good.
I think we're going to get explanation here.
So McGahey there on the long interception return for a touchdown.
Boy, I tell you what, that kid's developed a nose for the end zone, and I like to see it.
So 7:49 to go in the third quarter after the interception return for a touchdown. The second interception. I can't tell what they were attempting to call there on that. Did you see? It looked like it might be offsetting penalties.
I don't know, or an unsportsmanlike. I'm not sure
both
either.
sides. Yeah, that was. So the extra point attempt. Someone different in here kicking. Let's see who we got. The kick is up.
That's Diego Moore.
Diego Moore with the kick, and it is good. So with that kick, the score is now 35-0. All Wolves with 7:40 to go in the third quarter. So did we find a trivia question we wanted to find out, Dustin?
Well, that may be up to you. We've got some statistics about Davis in overtime in the playoffs. We've got, there's the
So, what do we think about that right there? That'd be rather.
That's kind of tough.
That's rather difficult.
We'll give you this. We're looking over some of this information. This one, Davis has 4 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie when playing the defending state champions in the playoffs.
So what do you think? Do we want to ask who the 4 wins are over in the state playoffs?
4 wins when playing the defending state champion?
Yeah, that's a good question. It'll be interesting to see if anybody can get that. So, Davis has 4 wins in the playoffs when playing the defending state champion. Let's see if anyone can name those 4 teams.
Those 4 teams. Okay, that'll be the first one.
That'll be the first one. So let's see. So again, if you guys want to submit your answer.
In the chat.
You can do it in the chat, or you can do it also via
text. Me or you. Okay.
Yep, you bet. And it looks like there's a fumble. Again, the Wolves are going to get this ball back right now as well on that fumbled kick. So, again, leading 35-0 with 7:20 to go.
The Wolves are going to go back on offense.
And they're going to have the ball on the Tishomingo side of the field.
Tishomingo looks like they've got a player down over there as well.
So Davis, 4 wins over the defending state champion in the playoffs. Let's see if you can name those 4 teams. Again, we're waiting. We're waiting. If you are watching at home, for some guesses. If you get any of the teams correct, we'll announce those teams, and that way we'll just have to figure out who the remaining ones are. Okay, so we have a. Okay, looks like I'm starting to get texts on my phone. So let's see if we got any here. Okay, so I've got one in here, and if I look at the, give me just a second. Let me look at the list again here. So I've got one in here, and the guess, they say one of them is Cassia Hall. Cassia Hall is correct. The 1990 championship game. That is one of the 4. So again, there's 3 more out there that Davis had victories over in the playoffs when they were defending state champions. One is Cassia Hall.
That's a pretty memorable one.
That's
if that's
a very memorable
state championship game, you're playing the defending state champ. If Cassia Hall wins that, they're a 2-time state champ, 2 in a row. It's kind of a big one. '90 state championship team. That's Matt Weber, Paul Cadell, Billy Melton.
You bet. There's a bunch of guys on that group, wasn't there?
You.
So Cassia Hall is one of the 4. We've got 3 more we're looking for. Dulaney, bad handoff that time. Looks like Tishomingo is going to recover that ball. Again, just a bad handoff. Tishomingo gets the fumble. They're going to have the ball. It looks like about midfield, 1st and 10 after the fumble. So I'll give you a little more help on this. So Cassia Hall is 1. It's never a bad guess if you guess private schools.
Yeah.
How about that? So we'll give that hint out there for the group. I wouldn't say that all 4 are private schools because they're not, but I would never I'd say private schools are always a good guess.
Pretty safe bet there.
So Tishomingo will take the ball here. Good job that time of the running back making the initial man miss and picks up some good positive first yardage.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got a couple guesses here, I believe. Let's see what we got here. We've got Millwood as a guess, and Millwood is incorrect. That is not one of them. So again, I could give you, I could also give some years, and maybe that will help people out a little bit. So, if we talked about Cassia Hall in the 1990 championship game, you might also look around 1999, perhaps 2010, in that general range for maybe two more of them. There we go. So with that, I did pick up another one here, and it is correct, and the guess was Lincoln Christian. That is correct. So Cassia Hall, Lincoln Christian are two of the four. And again, we gave one hint earlier, and that hint would still hold true, and that is think private schools. And again, two of those, we've got a late flag on that play. So if you're interested in the trivia, again, we've got four teams that Davis has beat that were defending, that they beat in the playoffs when they were defending state champions. We've talked about two of those teams, which were Lincoln Christian and Cassia Hall. And again, we're looking for two more teams. I told you think private schools. Another hint that I'll give you is think what is now a small school, because again, it's from maybe around 1979. So think small schools. Again, you've got two more to go. I would say think private schools and think small schools for your final two guesses. So 3:12 to go in the third quarter. All Wolves, 35-0, they lead. Brings up fourth down. We've got a timeout called, and with that, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Howell's broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. We'll be back.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
So we are back. Again, it's been all Wolves in this. They are going to punt the ball. While we were gone, we did get another guess on the trivia question. We are looking for the four defending state champions.
We got a couple of incorrect guesses.
We did get we got another incorrect guess. Someone guessed Oklahoma Christian School, and that is incorrect. We also have a guess of Hobart, which Hobart is also incorrect. Again, okay, we got another guess. Someone said Thomas. Thomas is also incorrect. Remember, think private school for one, and then think small town, and I do mean small town, right?
Yeah.
So for the other one.
Hey, but at the time, I mean, that was
hey, those are all good guesses. OCS, Thomas. Those are teams that we have. We've got several different guesses on. Okay, so let's see. We've got some other guesses that have came in. So somebody put Heritage Hall.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding,
we have
ding,
a winner
ding.
there.
Heritage Hall. So that's three of the four. Okay, and actually they guessed the last one as well because Kevin, let's see what the name is.
Kevin Hanel?
Kevin Hamel. Where we're at, we don't have really good visibility here, but it looks like Kevin Hamel. Oh, there we go. How about
Hanel?
Kevin Hanel, Hanel. If we're mispronouncing your name, Kevin, I apologize, but he is correct. The final two teams were actually Heritage Hall and Fox.
Class B.
Class B Fox, and he is right with that. So, again, the four defending state champions that Davis has beat in the playoffs, Cassia Hall, Heritage Hall, Lincoln Christian, and Fox. So, again, good job, Kevin, of getting that trivia question answered out there. So, again, score is 35-0. That clock continues to tick. We're still in the third quarter. Wolves now back on offense. So if I'm not mistaken, we see Tough Hammonds in the game for the first time today. Hammonds with a nice run on first down. Got a lot of other substitutions out there. Also see number 5, Jake Britt, out there at tailback. I see number 9, Tucker Miller.
Justin Eidelman, Shane Pletcher, Connor Moore, Chase Warren. Trying to get all of them to you there.
So again, next week, the Wolves will be on the road next week on the playoffs.
So in that, 4 wins when playing the defending state champions. So that 1979 team that beat Fox would go on to win a state championship. And that 1990 team would go on to, well, that was in the championship game. So obviously those two of those 4 were state championship teams for Davis.
And I did fail to say, it was actually Woody who did give us the first 2 teams there. So Woody, let me apologize ahead of time.
Is that Woody Hobbs?
He was Woody Hobbs with the Cassia Hall and Lincoln Christian. He was right on the first 2. Kevin came through with the last 2. So again, between the 2 of you guys, good job there.
We mentioned that they were 4-4-1. We'll give you the 4 losses as well. Losses were against Beaver, 1960. Frederick in 96 and 97.
Wow.
So Frederick must have been back-to-back state champ. And there's one in here, Chandler, 1985, first round. I was actually a part of that one. So.
The interesting thing about Frederick there is in 96, 97, it was actually a run of 4 consecutive state championships that they run. They won 2 of them in 2A, but they also won 2 of them in 3A during the same period of time. So they kind of bounced back and forth between both classes and dominated both of them during that period of time. So the Wolves facing a 3rd and about 4 here. Looks like on the carry that time was number 4.
Yeah, that's Hammonds.
That was Hammonds.
Picked up the first down.
Again, I like watching Hammonds run with the ball. He's very explosive. Not real big, but I'll tell you what, he doesn't take much for him to get a seam and kind of get upfield in a hurry.
Yep, gets his RPM up quick.
So we are in the 4th quarter, 11:27 to go in the ball game. 35-0, the Wolves currently leading. So Hammond's back under center. He's in the flex bone formation here. Hammonds that time does a jump pass attempt. I'll tell you what, I couldn't tell exactly if it was a pitch forward, but it's going to be a turnover on downs it's going to be a turnover that time where Tishomingo was able to it's kind of a weird play where it's kind of a pitch forward. Again, Tishomingo able to recover, and they're going to have the ball deep in the Wolves side of the field at about what do you think that is, about the 23, 24-yard line? Be 1st and 10. So this is Tishomingo's first deep run into the Wolves side of the field. Handoff goes to the tailback here. Tailback just doesn't have anywhere to go. Really good job that time by the defense of bottling him up. And, I do think that the shutout does mean something to these Wolf defenders because they are still playing hard. Again, 10:15 to go in the ball game, currently leading 35-0, and there's lots of substitutions in right now. A lot of different kids that may not be getting as much playing time as usual, getting some good snaps today. So Tishomingo in the shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, single receiver to the near side. They look to throw the ball to the near side. He catches it in stride. He breaks the. Tell you what, he is going to score, and it's a touchdown for Tishomingo again. Just like that, I jinxed the shutout, right?
Is that what we're going for there?
I think so. So
we did have some information on some shutouts. We'll probably give that to you now. Here, let me get to it.
So Tishomingo with the touchdown. 9:26 to go. Wolves currently leading now 35-6 with the extra point to come. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. It's now 35-7 with 9:07 to go. You're listening to the Ground Pound Wishbone Show.
Right.
Well, let's go ahead. We'll hold the break off till later on. Go ahead.
All right,
Nick,
we were talking about shutouts. We've got some information on that as usual. Davis is in the top 4 of all-time most shutouts since 1944.
All classes.
All classes again. Period. Top 4.
So let's see. Without giving it away, let's do one more trivia question out there. We got 8:30 to go in this ball game. Let's see if anyone can name the 3 teams that have more shutouts than Davis since 1944. So there's 3 teams in front of Davis. Davis has 192 shutouts.
No clues yet. We're just
no clues yet.
That.
Yep, we're just going to see. We're going to see. So Woody, Kevin, if you guys are out there, let's see if you know the answer to this one. There's only 3 teams that are in front of Davis all time for number of shutouts. Let's see if you can name the 3 teams in front of them. Again, 7:52 to go in the ball game. Tishomingo to kick off, currently trailing 35-7.
I'll throw this one out there. This is one that I think is really interesting that people I don't think will ever think about. We'll watch this kickoff here and then give it to you here shortly.
Short kick. It's fielded at about the 30-yard line. Could be ran out of bounds at about the 40. Got a Tishomingo player down on the field. Go ahead, Dustin.
Well, there's a number out there in the playoffs. Davis has lost to the eventual state champion. So anytime in the playoffs, could have been the first round, second round, third round, semifinals, finals, whatever. Davis has lost to the team that won the state championship, 21 times.
That's a lot of times.
So, if you beat Davis in the playoffs, you've got a pretty dead good shot at being the champ. Yeah, it is an Oklahoma State playoff record.
Not only is it seemed like a lot, it is a lot. It's the Oklahoma State record, playoff record.
I'll give you those years here in just a second here.
So the Wolves on a short gain on that first down run.
So, again, it's going to be a little bit here, but 21 times in the playoffs Davis has gotten beat. That team has gone on to win the state championship. That was 1951, 1958, 59, 1960, 1978, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1987, 1989, 1993, 1996, 1998. Then we get into the 2000s here.
So we did get one guess too, Dustin, that came in while we were while you and I were talking about the teams ranked in front of Davis for the number of playoff wins. And I'm going to scroll up to that one more time so we can make sure we are right on this. So the guess that we received was Ada. And we are trying to get back to that section.
Oh, it's a whole nother page here. Let me finish up this.
Go ahead and we'll come back to it. But we did get a guess at Ada.
So we're into the 2000s now, and Davis lost to the eventual state champion in 2000, 2003, 2005, 2007, 2009, 2010, 2012, and 2015. So again, I'm telling you folks, if you beat the Davis Wolves in the playoffs, you've done something. All right, now we were getting back to
consecutive
what was it, the shutouts?
Okay. Shutouts, you bet. Or not consecutive shutouts, shutouts all time. Okay, so the guess was Ada, and that guess is incorrect. So we're looking for the three teams. I'll give you one hint since we're running out of time here.
We told you Davis had 192 shutouts. Ada has 181.
So the next team closest to Davis, right above Davis, with more shutouts, Mark Mooring would be very familiar with. How about that as a hint?
Mark Mooring comes up in a lot of this.
He does. Well, that team,
the association,
is, that team is in a lot of similar statistics as Davis.
Yep, Kevin, thank you for that. The guest of Heritage Hall and Fox. Yep, graduated with my brother Brandon, who I might mention. Carl Albert is beating Bishop McGinnis tonight.
If you didn't know, Dustin's brother is the offensive coordinator at Carl Albert. So Hammonds looks to throw the ball downfield. The pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's intended for number 5. I believe that's Jake Britt, and it's incomplete. Okay, so we've got one guess in, and it's Woody. Woody, I appreciate that. You are correct.
Is Woody in the email group?
He's probably in our email group. I'm pretty sure he is, but still, he is correct. One of the three teams with more shutouts all time than Davis is the Clinton Red Tornadoes, and he is correct on that. So again, we're looking for that was ranked number 3 all time, so we're still looking for number 1 and number 2. If another hint that I will give you, and this one should help you along. So if you're looking for number 1 and number 2 I would look in 5A. Number 1, I would look in Class A. So those are the most shutouts all time we are looking for. Davis is number 4 all time. Number 3 all time was the Clinton Red Tornadoes. We've got some other guesses here. We've got the first one is actually, if we're going to accept that one, is actually correct. So number 1, again, is going to be, we did just get this guess in, is going to be Thomas with 257 shutouts, and they are number 1 all time for shutouts. So all we are looking for now is number 2. Again, number 2 is a 5A team. I will help you with that. And again, they have 199 shutouts all time. I'll give you one more hint since there's only 3:30 to go in the ball game. You might look on the east side of the state. Another interception, I believe, by the Davis Wolves here. Actually, that was a catch. They fought for the ball. You couldn't see who the ball came down with, but it looks like, let's see what they're going to, no, they're going to mark it as incomplete. So we've had a couple other guesses here. Ringling is a no. Millwood is a no. Clinton, which we said earlier, was a yes. You are correct, Maverick. Unfortunately, somebody beat you to that one.
Yep, we've got Clinton and we've got Thomas.
So we're looking for number 2 all time. We've told you that they are on the east side of the state, and they are in 5A. Again, 2:43 to go. We're waiting for this clock to kind of roll off here. It's 35-7. It's been all Wolves this game. I'll give you another hint here. This school has been a kind of a feeder school for Oklahoma State for a while. So if you're an Oklahoma State fan, you should know a 5A team on the east side of the state that sends a lot of players to that program. Have a guess here of Maverick, which he said Carl Albert. Carl Albert would be on the west side of the state, but so that would be incorrect. But again, my Oklahoma State fans out there should be able to get this one. You might have recently had a tailback that played at that high school. Okay, I've got a guess of Ada. Again, that's incorrect. That tailback is now in the NFL. His younger brother recently...
What's his name, Brad?
Let's just say his last name is Hill. How about that? Oh, there it is. Andrew Hill is correct. You know, no relation, right, to the tailback. But Booker T is correct. Tulsa, Washington would be number 2 all-time shutout. So congratulations for everybody for guessing. And, Andrew, congratulations for getting that right. We did get a Midwest City guess in there also. Midwest City is on the west side, so that's incorrect. And a Clinton in there. And Clinton was number 3 all-time. So, again, top 4 shutouts all-time are Thomas at number 1, number 2, Tulsa, Washington.
So the player was Tyreek Hill?
Yep, Tyreek Hill, correct. Yeah. Yep, and his little brother is a defensive back at Michigan. If you watch college football right now, he's getting some playing time there currently.
So, again, number 1 on the list, most shutouts, Thomas, 257. Tulsa, Washington, 199. Clinton is just a couple ahead of Davis at 194. Your Davis Wolves, 192.
And Davis is actually tied for number 4, and they are tied with Fox, who also has 192.
And that is current through last week.
So, again, 1:16 to go in this ball game. Wolves are going to be back in the playoffs next week on the road at Millwood. So we expect to see a big Wolf contingency at that game. It's, you know, these are 2 very tradition-rich programs. Lots of state championships, lots of history between them. They've played each other twice for the state championship. 2 very memorable games. 2013 state championship and also state runner-up year, I believe. Was that 2001 that we were
I'm trying to remember. In fact, it's kind of funny that we mentioned that. Coach Parker, I was talking to him before the game, and he mentioned the one which we lost. We were talking about that.
So we had a runner-up in 2001, 2003, and 2005, I believe. And I believe the 2001 was the 1-point loss to Millwood.
Yeah.
So last 9 seconds are going to roll off this clock. So I don't know about you, Dustin. I'm looking forward to the game next week. Again, it's going to be a big step up in competition. Again, it's 2 traditional powerhouses that.
Yeah, I was trying to find Millwood here.
Seem like schedule. They play for it all quite often between the 2 of them. So it should be everything and more next week. I looked for Millwood earlier, and I was unable to locate them. Again, they had already had second place in their district kind of wrapped up, so the Wolves will finish 3rd in district. Kingston will win the district. Again, they were leading big at halftime over Lindsay. Lindsay's going to finish 2nd.
Okay, look, is this week? Yep. Millwood is actually playing Stratford this week.
And it looks like 37-0 score there. I couldn't see where it was at in the game, but
give you a little bit of information about Millwood here. Millwood lost the opening game of the season. It was kind of a big one. We all, were paying attention. Millwood was playing Heritage Hall. Heritage Hall won that game 34-0. Then they played Douglas. Douglas is an 0-9 team. Millwood won that game 48-28. Then they played Tulsa-Cassia Hall. Tulsa-Cassia Hall currently is 6-3. Millwood won that game 30-22. Then Millwood played Crooked Oak, got into their district. Crooked Oak is currently a 0-8, team, haven't got any wins. Millwood won that 40-0. Millwood played Community Christian, which is a 4-4 ball club. Millwood won that game 45-0. And then more recently, for the district championship there, they lost to Washington. Washington is undefeated, and Washington defeated Millwood 37-6. That was back on October 11th. Then they played Lexington. Lexington is a 6-3 team. Millwood won that game 28-6. Then played Star Spencer. Star Spencer is a 5-4 team. Millwood won that 18-0. And then last week they played Little Axe. Little Axe is a 2-6 ball club, and Millwood won that 55-20. And again, tonight they're playing Stratford. Stratford is a 3-4 ball club as we speak.
Now, one thing I will say about Millwood, just from the initial research that I've learned about them up to this point, is they did have some injuries mid-season. About when they played Washington, they did get their quarterback hurt, and they were playing a freshman at quarterback for a while. I don't know that their quarterback was done for the season or if he has returned. So that'll be interesting to see when we do our research over Millwood this week. But again, it's anytime you get in the playoffs, there are no bad teams.
Absolutely.
There are no bad teams, and Millwood would certainly not be a bad team. They're a team that's traditionally very good, and it'll be a good matchup. It'll be two teams that have both been very successful for a long period of time. They do things differently, but both of them had a lot of success, so it should be a heck of a game.
The blue and white Millwood Falcons and your red and white Davis Wolves.
That's exactly right.
It's never a bad game between those two teams. Again, Millwood is 6-2, currently winning tonight. Their 2 losses are to Heritage Hall, somebody that Davis also has a lot of familiarity with, and lost to Washington. We know Washington's a very good ball club.
So again, we'd like to take just a second to thank our sponsors. Again, all the sponsors out there, we appreciate everything you do to bring this broadcast to our Wolf fans back home. Again, got to thank Boyd Fulton. Appreciate all that you do, Boyd, and the information you provide. Again, we will be on the road next week at Millwood for the first round of the playoffs.
Davis is 5-4 on the year right now. We've got a lot of momentum. All these wins coming here late. We knew the season was kind of heavy stacked against us at the beginning of the season, but we've seen a lot of growth and a lot of progression. I think our coaches are settling in. They know what our kids do well, and they know what we need to work on. And so I'm looking forward to that first round of the playoffs. Unfortunately, I won't be here to bring it to you. I've got a work commitment. I've got to fly next week. I'll be in Indianapolis, and I think they're looking at temperatures in the teens. So
there you go.
Yeah. Be fun, but I'll definitely be watching my Davis Wolves.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'll be getting text messages during the game from you.
Absolutely.
What's going on? So again, appreciate everybody for listening or watching the broadcast. You've been watching the Howes broadcast of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This has been Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. We will be at Millwood next Friday, first round of the playoffs.
And I want to mention that we did miss having Jared Morris here this week, so maybe he can fill in for me next week.
There you go. So, again, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back next week.
Go Wolves.